Alrighty, Superbenny here, and today we're talking about Nintendo, the SNES, and eBay, and a seller from hell. Yeah, let's explain the video. So, the first part, I'll talk about it first, and then I'll show you what I received. So, there was an auction for like 4 game carts. 3 were sort of like repro carts, nothing too interesting, right? The other one in there, they said, oh, maybe it's legitimate. The outer case seems fine, looks fine. And there was a few different ones. There was like Bomberman, there was like a 4-in-1 random cartridge, wild guns, like all fake. The other one was said to be, oh yeah, I think it might possibly legit, but don't take my word for it. Just have a little kind of look, kind of thing. So I thought, spin the dice, see what it goes. Went off in an auction, and it went for about £40. Anyway, it comes in the post. We have a little look. I thought, you know what, let's spin it. Sometimes you can find like very cheap SNES games. I've been after sort of Captain Commando for a while. It's a brilliant game. There's quite a lot of fantastic Capcom games on the Super Nintendo, some a bit obscure, some a bit weird. Captain Commando is fantastic. If you want to find a box copy, it's virtually impossible. It's one of those very sort of, you know, very hard to find games, but it's just a fun one to play. If you can't find it, I would suggest maybe getting a Japanese copy or something like that. It's a really cool one. Go play it on the ROMs if you haven't seen it before. Hey ho. I'll roll the footage now of what I received. Obviously, you got the 4 carts, and I was going to take it apart, see if it's legit. Didn't get that far, so I'll show you what I got. Roll the footage. So this is the SNES games that we got a hold of. It's a bit of a, well, let's rolling the dice to see if the Captain Commando was real. In the end, no. But as you can see, these are quite obvious fakes. It's the coloration of it. If you look on the back, yeah, no Nintendo logo. And the screws are very different, as you can see in here. I mean, some people do buy these repros, but you know, good games on their own. Some people buy those, but it's a bit of a strange one. Look at this one. Fancy 4-in-1. Yeah, just very strange, very bizarre. Now this one was the main one, Captain Commando. As you can see on the back, it does have the little hole punch there. It does have the Nintendo. We're thinking, oh yeah, but the label is way off. We can quite pick it up. It's the coloration and everything. I thought at the beginning, up here, it's a little loose. If we go inside here, flick that up, it's a totally different game. So yeah, pretty mad. Very, very sneaky. So that'll be going back. As I say, it was with a little bundle. 3 fakes. They said, oh, this might be legitimate. You got some screws. In the end, I didn't have to take it off or anything like that. But yeah, the label was the big massive one. Some of these repros are really, really good off like Etsy and a few other little things. But as you can see, how sneaky is that? I don't even know what game that is in there, but yeah, that's going back. Sneaky, sneaky, eh? Look at that. Terrible stuff. I've never seen anything like that. Craziness. Alright, so as you can see, when we unboxed it, yeah, it wasn't even close. I didn't have to open the cartridge. There is some good legitimate fakes. There is some, you know, if it had been a half decent sort of say repro, it might have been worth sort of keeping hold of just for the novelty of playing and then just get rid of the others. It wasn't even close to even being a repro. It was a totally different game with a label on top. And yeah, probably in the last sort of 15 years or so, maybe longer, that I have been buying on eBay was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen when I've been collecting games. A sticker over the top of another game. Now, when the cartridge arrived, I lifted, it was literally coming off anyway. Like in the packet, it was very sort of, if you see it's like on a cartridge, you can see the sticker's very sort of shiny, and it wasn't sort of glued down properly. And I thought, hold on a minute, let's just like look up underneath, and it's a totally different game. Like, essentially it's fraud. It's deceiving me to be a totally different game. So I don't even get into, I've got like the small little screwdrivers as well. I suggest you'd always check what's in sort of the microchips of SNES games. Repro carts are getting more and more sort of fancy, whether it's the outer boxes, whether it's be the manual, have to look for the printing. Now that you can get printed labels, I found out you could get printed labels for like $4.99, $5.99 for somewhere in Europe, and people are sticking them on. So, it just makes retro collecting and all this kind of thing quite annoying. If it isn't with like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 being very scratchy and very old, you have the stuff with like this that are, not genuine products. It's very like, it's just annoying. I was happy to spin the dice and see how it goes, and I'm happy to 40 quid, I'm happy to whatever lose. I don't care about stuff. I've bought stuff from other retailers that I haven't got about the delivery fee, so it's not really about the money, it's the principle of the thing and selling those things. I don't like any of that fake rubbish in my collection, and why would you keep a hold of it or even try and sell it? I know sort of eBay and stuff, they won't even have like fake Pokemon cards on there or anything like that, so it's a bit of a strange one. Anyway, I got it sent back, got a refund, and then the weirdness kind of started as well recently in the last sort of week or so. So I just kind of want to make this video as well, just so I don't know if it's out there or wherever this is going to go, because the person actually is being very, very strange. I just left feedback on there saying, look, yeah, I've got the money back, but that was absolutely garbage. Check your products and look out for this kind of stuff in the future if you're buying from this guy. This guy's like, he wants me to change the feedback, and he's constantly messaging me. He even like, let's meet up. And I said, stop messaging me. You're kind of like harassing me, like it's done, whatever. I'm not happy with what I've received. I've seen a sticker over the top. How could you not know? I mean, the guy's got loads of like really high-end games, so to not even notice, like the sticker was coming off like already. And if you look at these kind of games and not even test them, and you're selling very high-end products, so you're obviously a collector as well, selling stuff for like thousands of pounds and weird stuff. Yeah, just very bizarre. Even apparently even turned it up at my house. It's up on the camera. So yeah, it's just getting a bit too weird. Blocked, got rid of. But still trying to message and still trying to get it off. Look, after the 90 days, your feedback will disappear and what have you. So I'm not getting a pile of rubbish. If I hadn't discovered that in the next sort of few days or so, eBay would have turned around and said, no, you've accepted it and you didn't say anything, and you're stuck with an absolute pile of garbage. And to try and pass it off like, I didn't know, and you've got really sort of expensive items, and I don't know, I'm not an idiot. I can see these things sort of straight away, and you can see in that video there, like, it's just absolute. That was absolutely probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. You know, a sticker over a top of a totally different game. It's the principle of the thing, and that's why I said, look, if you're buying this, you know, it's a community. I'm wanting other people to say, look, check your products. You know what I mean? If you're buying a graded product, ask for receipts, ask for other stuff, because you know when you do start to, with anything, with collecting, especially with video games or Pokemon, you start getting to those high crazy levels. There is fakes, there's weirdness, and you know it's not even, you know, that wasn't even a lot of money, just rolling the dice or whatever. um yeah, so yeah, been absolutely in the end, I got the money back for it, cool, whatever. But just absolutely, I can't believe someone would put a sticker over another game, try to be like, oh yeah, this, oh maybe you wouldn't realize. He said, oh yeah, maybe it wasn't, oh I didn't really check, oh I didn't know, it's a genuine mistake. Yeah, maybe, but you live and learn. You know what I mean? It's you know, you're running a business. It's your duty to know about if you're going to be selling games. If I'm selling, you know, windows or a roof, I want to know everything about roofs or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're selling your product, you should know your product. So it's a bit naive to be like, oh yeah, just pass it off. You've got to be a bit more thorough with these things. And yeah, mistakes can happen, but yeah, it's just very, very weird. And then to come to my house and pestering me with messages, it's all very, very, very bizarre. So, yeah. As I say, be on the lookout for counterfeits. Um, yeah, the roulette didn't pan out, and yeah, eBay seller from hell. So, hopefully, I won't have to do another video. It will be the end of. But you know, I'm not being sort of, you know, it kept sort of badgering me to like, oh, I'll send you something, don't say anything, or oh, you know, and it's just like you're not persuading me to change like the feedback or whatever. Once you've like the trust is gone. Oh, can I pop over and have a chat with you? I don't know you. Like you're not gonna like, I'm gonna speak to a strange person off the internet. No, like it's very, very bizarre. It makes me feel very, I don't know, bit weirded out, like it's a bit like, right, bloody weirdo. But yeah, just very, very bizarre. I mean, for a little cartridge, that it's a bit of a whatever, but it's the principle. It's a bit. I'm just bored of these people who can think, well, let's do these like fake prototypes and put all that crap out there. I mean, if you're going to sell crap, put it on Vinted and tell people it's a repro or whatever. It's a new manufacturer. If you're transparent, people are cool with it. You know, oh yeah, you know what you're buying. Don't try and pull the wool over people's eyes. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's best to just keep it keep away. But you know, I've got, you know, the address, and I'm not going to say the person's, you know, out them and say, oh yeah, this is that. This is not that. But it's, you know, just show you that absolute weirdness. Yeah, I'm just, you know, massively disappointed in someone to try and sell that and then get the aggro from it. Like I should feel bad receiving that crap. You know, I'm gonna let other people know, like, hey, be aware, because you know I'm just being brutally honest. But and then I'm the I should feel bad for saying the truth, and then be trying intimidated to, oh no, just pass it off and just pretend nothing ever happened. No, I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe I should, you know, let bygones be bygones and just let it just slide or whatever. But it's just, I'm just fed up, you know, with this kind of attitude where, you know, people can't take no for an answer, and it's like, look, I'm not happy. You can say whatever. I'm just not happy with it. I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with, you know, just saying you could just pass that off and send that to me. It's a bit sort of disrespectful kind of thing. yeah, I mean, yeah, bare minimum, get the money back, but it's just the aggro as well. You know, showing up here to my family house, it's a bit, yeah, it's really weird. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I don't have to make another video or get anyone involved, or who knows where this is going to go, police or whatever. But you know, it's getting a bit of weirdness with collecting. You just want to collect and have fun and do whatever, and then you have to deal with all this rubbish. Yeah. Um, hey ho, just buy new games, I guess. eBay roulette didn't work out, but you got to be in it to win it. And try these things. You know, sometimes you hit it big, sometimes you hit bloody weirdness. So, anyway, take care.